welcome to this no contact pick a card. And you know what? I gathered more props for today's call than I ever have before because to prepare for this, I am thinking of somebody I'm related to, somebody that I love, who has asked me not to contact them. Notice how hard it is to light this. If you've been asked to no contact somebody, it's next to impossible to connect if they don't allow it. And so I was just thinking about that because I have someone that I love that the last time I threw out a contact, they said to me, I've told you clearly that I don't want to hear from you. And that can be painful. So I thought, okay, what can I gather today to bring some guidance and most of all, comfort and inspiration to people who have been canceled? That somebody in your life has said, please, I don't want to hear from you. And so if this is you and you have been canceled, I want to pull cards. And so let me grab my deck, which of course is across the room. I've pulled this deck for our pick a card today. It's my favorite. Hey, cute girl, welcome. It's my favorite for cutting to the chase. What is it you need to see? Okay, so if you're someone who has been canceled like I have, or if you have canceled somebody that you don't want to see anymore, you've told them that it's a bit of a rough connection. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Kane. Thank you, Kane, for letting me know I have had sound problems in the past. Can you hear me okay now? Okay, thank you guys for being patient. Do you guys know when they talk about self-sabotage, you know how stuff goes wrong and you think to yourself, um, okay, great. Thank you guys. I've been having some sound trouble, and it's very interesting that the videos where there's sound trouble, the topic goes deep because not many people who watch readings really want to know the truth. And I have my own self that I can compare. Hey, Rashika, because there's someone in my family who I love, and I'm pretty sure they love me, but they have asked me not to contact them. And that has been a challenge for me. I've had to accept that somebody did this to me. So I said earlier, I gathered a few props because I want to help us. If we have been canceled by someone that we really believe we have a destiny with, right? It may be a lover for you where you feel you like have a destiny. So, what we're going to do with today's reading is very particular. This is about somebody who has no contacted you or you have no contacted. If you have been asked, please don't contact me, and it's hard for you, that's what we want to do. We want to address that. Best that you can. We're going to start all of our questions with this first. I appreciate that there was air for me to breathe this morning. I appreciate that I woke up this morning. Could you tell me about my situation? All right. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much, Rashika. If you have a situation where you are in no contact with someone, go ahead and add it, Rashika. I almost everybody that I have met in life has had something like this happen, where you've been broken up with, or you got um, ghosted by somebody. Okay. So that's what ghosting, especially, is very, very common. All right. All right. So the questions today, Kane, are about any relationships in your past where somebody has left you and you never knew what happened to them. It was a no contact, or somebody has asked you, please don't contact me. Okay. So many times those kinds of experiences are what's holding you back from getting what it is that you're wanting. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, Rashika, what is your question that you would ask? If has anybody, do you feel that you have any relationships that ended where you didn't get to say the last piece? Where a breakup happened, and another way you can tell, if you think of a breakup that you had, especially one that you don't think bothered you, right? And you still have a pinch in your heart, you still cringe when you think about how that relationship ended, that is the kind of issue that wants to be called out today. Okay. So, Rashika, all right, looking for, hey, cute girl, welcome, Rashika. What is your question? So so you're saying you had that experience? Absolutely. So if you have that experience where somebody left your life without explaining, that is the same as being in no contact, right? Because you never got to finish it. It finished with no contact, and that can stay alive in your energy for years. Okay, so Kane, thank you very much. All right. Okay, excellent. Rashika, I'm going to pin you down a little bit, my friend. I'm going to pin you down, like a butterfly on a board, because if you want to know the truth, you got to be willing to see it. Cain, what is it that what is it that the divine, I'll call for you the fairy kingdom, what is it that will give Cain knowledge about why this no contact happened and what lesson there was? Okay, love this deck when they throw themselves out. So, Cain, let's just put this right here. Hello, this is a fresh start in love. So, no question, the universe, where's my little pointer? Where's my beautiful lady pointer? I'll just use my crystal today. Okay, so what we have here, look at this energy. There's a part of you that's been squeezing your heart. Every time you thought of trying it again, it would just be like, no, no. Okay, so that indicates a very sensitive heart. And whenever that breakup happened, the one that's you're thinking about, whenever that happened, you did not have the tools to deal with it. No way. I mean, you hadn't met me yet. I'm just teasing. But being able to have a way to process disappointments rather than hold on to them, to guard the heart, that's what you are in line for. And little did you know I was going to spin this to a service that I offer, but I do tapping with people. And tapping is, to me, the singular most effective tool for clearing up those past disappointments. So I'm opening up a group where I can tap with a lot of people so it can be affordable for everyone. So, Kane, you have my email address. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in, okay? But the good news is what the cards are saying is that it's time. Your hands are so tired, tired of holding your own guard. And I know there's other people on the call right now who can relate. Take a breath. For this deck to throw out this card for you, Kane, you can rest assured that you are radiating more confidence even now. Can you see how the beams of confidence, you can't hold it in anymore because you're becoming more vulnerable? Do you need some tools to communicate better? Yes, I can tell you that 100% because we all do. Go watch Jimmy on relationships. He's brilliant and he will help you build your confidence and take down your guard. Remember, tapping will help. And if you're interested in joining a class with me, please do let me know. I have somewhere around here, I have my email address written down, so I'll put it right here. Okay. Anybody that's interested in how tapping can clear the heart, let me know. And thank you, Kane, for being here, for being such a faithful subscriber, and for um, pulling this card for the beginning of this wonderful reading about being canceled or whatever. Okay, so awesome. Let me know. Okay, let's go back over here. Aw, Kane, you know what? The teacher is attracted at the right moment for the student, right? Well, the student also attracts the right teacher. When you have attraction-based living, what I'm calling, YouTube is magical about that because you know how it starts throwing you stuff you don't want to see. Well, now it'll start to gather in your feed ideas that resonate with mine. I am I am a motivational speaker, cleverly disguised as a tarot reader. That's the secret of success. So, what is it you're gifted in? What can you bring to the planet? What skills can you work on so that the next person you meet finds you to be a fascinating person? Okay, so let me go back here. Da, 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 da. Leanne, hi, 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 Rashika. Okay, and thank you for those hearts, you guys. Everybody just let's throw some hearts in there for Kane. Kane really is I mean, probably I could run a dating site, couldn't I, Kane? Where people you want to meet would contact me and I could introduce you. Wouldn't that be sweet? But it is true. You will appreciate someone who talks about these ideas and gets into these philosophies. Okay, so Rashika, being short-tempered, excellent. That is an excellent observation about yourself, and it's enough for me to do the reading. You guys, you may have heard me say that I do personalized readings for people in a pick a card. It's for the public so they can see the whole reading. But if you're willing to have me answer your question in the public forum, I will absolutely invite that. Just email me. Now, as far as you are concerned, my dear Rashika, I want you to think if somebody you know, a friend or family member, once got so angry with you that they just stopped talking to you. And the fact that you connect easily with many people is wonderful. Um, you can't explain why some people, I'm going to bring one of my props out here, why some people are attracted and other people aren't. The truth is, when you are in your highest version of yourself, your best self, you on a good day, right? All of us have us on a good day. We radiate light and people see our lighter side. All right. But even on the best days, we have these flaws. It's part of humanity. And if we have a hard time accepting your flaws, it will make people feel like they have to walk on eggshells around you. And sometimes some very strong people have a lot of eggshell people. And they think, well, what are they talking about? I'm not intimidating. Well, if you notice that you're short tempered, people are picking up on that energy. So we are going to go after a person. I want you to do the work with me, Rashika. Okay? You just think this is free. Haha. What I want you to do, and all of y'all who are listening, think back to someone that you had an angry argument, you had harsh words, they hurt your feelings, and you're just as glad that they left your life. You're perfectly glad about that because it was a pain in the arse to deal with them. These two cards came out. Now, you guys know this is a single card reading. And so, Rashika, you only get one card. Aren't I a meanie? Look, we'll let it peek into the next card. But nope, we're not going to look at it. Even though I'm pretty sure I know exactly which card this is, but this is a single card reading. because you have to take baby steps to understand what in the world is going on. Rashika, look at this. This is so cool. I'm just going to use my wand here and cover up. Okay. This is the you that you present to the world. Calm, stylish, put together, confident, gentle. You wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit, where people know what you're feeling. Your emotions show, it's expressed through your personality. But this is what you want to see yourself as. And I can say, Catherine, are you listening? Because this is for me too. People see me as strong. And this is the part of me that I'm the most proud of when I am in this energy. But you can't ignore that. Because if you ignore that, you lose so much of your light. All right. So, Rashika, there's somebody in your past who it's just not finished. And I feel energy kind of in the top of my chest, the bottom of my throat. That's where I feel kind of this choky energy when people have a hard time speaking their truth. And Rashika, the truth is, people hesitate to tell you their truth because they don't want to trigger your madness. They don't want for you to have that anger reaction. So here's what I want you to do. Thank you for listening. Sometimes these readings are hard, but they're good, right? They're good because we need to have somebody in our life who can tell us the truth. Okay, so if we flipped our crystal back over, don't you love my crystal? It's a Lemurian crystal. And now we see this gentle side. But this time, can you see how serious she looks? Can you see how the expression on her face is so serious? If you take it seriously and you want to clear your energy, in the description box, there's something called, it's called the soulmate generator. And it does have to do with romantic love and disappointments, but it's also good for other people that should love you, family members, and other people who really, quote, should love you, but for whatever reason, they don't want to spend time with you right now, okay? The very best thing you can do is just investigate, ponder. Are people afraid to be open with me? Could that be true? And then do some journaling about that. I think it might really help. All right. So there you go, Rashika. Even though at the beginning, notice I'm going to cover up this card because I'm sorry that two came out, but this is just a single card reading. But oh, I wonder. Nope, not showing it. Okay. Mean Catherine. I used to tell my kids, say, I'm the meanest mom in town. And they get, so, okay, excellent. Thank you. You know what? I can tell you right now that I'm not going to get to everybody. I can just tell it's the cards are wanting to tell stories and I have props. And so anybody who does not get their question answered, please email me, let me know what you're, just talk to me. I will do readings exactly what you want me to do. And because I want to help you. Okay. So what do I have here? Oh, I want to look who's next. All right. All right, Leanne, I appreciate my best friend Christina. Aw, I think I know your best friend Christina. Welcome, Leanne. I'm delighted to have you here. Hey, listen, a lot of you guys are coming back time and again. And so I want to let you know that I do tarot parties and they're really fun. It always costs $10. So it's not expensive to come to a tarot party. And whoever hosts it, they don't pay the $10, of course, but you also get a full reading from me as a thank you for bringing your friends into our world. So imagine having it, they're on WhatsApp, but imagine having me right there for you and your friends for 90 minutes just to chat and draw cards. Can be on the theme of your choice, okay? So if you're interested in that, email me. If you want to be a guest at a tarot party, you can do that. You don't have to host. Once I have your name on a list, as soon as somebody creates a tarot party, I can add you to their guest list if they are willing. Okay, also, it's just a minimum of 6. As long as you have 6 people that are going to be guests, we can go forward. So do let me know if that sounds like fun. Okay, so we have Cute Girl, why he didn't fulfill his promises. Okay, awesome. Just perfect energy, right? Perfect energy, Cute Girl. So let's ask the cards. Okay, what is it that I want? Is there anything? Okay. Um, I want to use a prop first for you. Okay, Cute Girl. The other day I was taking a walk with my dogs. I live in Tennessee. It's so beautiful here. And I found these 2 feathers, and they were not in close to each other. They were on other sides of the property. And this always makes me think of birds of a feather flock together, right? There's that robins hang out with robins and crows hang out with crows if they're going to have a gaggle of themselves. And so when I found these 2 feathers that were so separate, it just makes me think how strange and wonderful it is when 2 people do find each other. It feels so random. And in the beginning, it feels light and it feels fulfilling. Okay. So, what does that mean for a situation when the couple loses that energy, right? Somehow it disappears. So, let's take a look at what's going on for Cute Girl. What is it that the divine has? What lesson? What is it that she can take away from this to really understand her value and her, 2 cards came out, her value and her worth, right? We all deserve to be respected. We all deserve to be respected. What else do we deserve? Add your comments in there. We all deserve to be what? In your ideal relationship, what would you add? We all deserve to be respected. Name me one human that when they were born, it wasn't a birthright to simply be respected before they get all twisted by life. So, Cute Girl, you also have 2 cards, but I can't. Oh, 3 cards. But this is only a single card reading. I do offer private readings, of course. And if you want a personal reading, I can do it for free for you. If you email me, I'll tell you how. It's more of a public reading, but I will draw cards for you. Okay, and then you know what I could do, Cute Girl? I if you if you want to full reading on these 3 cards, I can do that for you for $10. Okay, so let me know because I'm like flying by the seat of my spirit, but it occurs to me that you may want to have that. And so I don't know where you live or what apps you use, but that would be easy peasy for me to arrange. All right, so meanwhile, let's take a peek here. And we have the Wheel of Fortune for you. All right, so let me give you a tiny little talk about the game of getting to know people, the game of love, the way I understand it. And I'm bringing these stars in because they're about healing. Because honestly, the decisions that you made when you were 13, 14 years old, 15, all in that, just the opinions about people in general. Okay. Your opinions about people in general that you took on when you were from the age of 13 to 23 is really critical to how well you balance yourself with relationships. This card is so perfect. Look at that. It's just a repeating cycle. And if you've had trouble with this last connection, I bet you that it's an echo of connections in the past. Some people tell me, they say, Catherine, it's like every single man that I've dated is like the same man with a different mask. What would that mean? That would just mean that you're attracting the same type of person. Now, the way it's supposed to work, and their tools that help you are yoga, exercise, meditation, all that flaky stuff that you wish you didn't have to do. Well, that's just what is hard for me to accept, that it helps, because you do have to somehow clear these cycles that have been happening over and over. And so the way it's supposed to work is we are supposed to do things with our body, walking. I mean, think about 300 years ago right now. Today is what, July 30, 2024. Well, 300 years ago, they didn't have anything we have, no technology, no machines, or, rough machines, but they just spent more time being active because that's the way life was. So right now, without that physical activity, that's why I do tapping, because it's physical. What happens is you drain off the negative energy, the bad mood, the person that cheated, the person that yelled at you when it wasn't your fault, the person that blames you for everything that went wrong in the family, that kind of energy. If you learn how to drain that on the regular, you allow all of this flushing through of life energy that cycles through around and around. So, cute girl, one or two of these past cycles are holding you captive. It's probably a disappointment that happened around when you were 13 or so. All right. Now, in this reading, there's two more cards under there. So, again, like I said, I will note these. And if you want to finish this reading, I'm your girl. All right. Just let me know. But the main thing is, even with a single reading, a single card, you can get the truth. So go right away to the description box, find the soulmate generator, and simply use it. Follow the directions. Because when you asked me, why did he treat me like that? Or why did they treat me like that? It's because inside of you, there's a magnetism that's connected to some early disappointments. All right. And so the soulmate generator will definitely help you. Okay, so I'm just going to clear this reading. I'm going to make a note to myself, and I'm going to look at these cards that came out. Ooh, you got to peek at one. Oh, wow, very interesting. Okay, so let me write this down. And like I said, if you guys would like me to read an extra card or two for these readings, the thing to do is you need to email me and let me know. But I'll just make a note in case I hear from you. Isn't that something? That card was determined to be seen. Naughty deck. Okay, perfecto. So I'm just going to go, whoopsie. I'm just going to continue forward, onward, doing as many as I can. If you could relate to that, if any of y'all could relate to it, be sure to hit the thumbs up. It seals the deal. I can't explain why that works either, but there's something action step-wise that when you step into the reading with an action step, it just seals it for you if this energy is resonant, okay? Okay, heck, my darling, that's the same question that you asked last time you were here. So you have to, we're working on something else today. Definitely would love to answer a question for you. And Mabel, love it. What are you grateful for? Oh, Christina, are you here doing your thing? Hey, Mario. Mario, did you get an email from me, my friend? Okay, so Mabel, thank you. So let's look at this love, all right? I thank you for playing along. So when you said, is your love coming back to me, right? Let's see. Yes. Okay, so this would be the energy of somebody canceling you or removing themselves from you, right? There's something between you that is needful of change for sure, because you still have feelings for this person and you don't know if they have feelings or not. And so let me grab a second piece. Remember, I told you I brought all these props for today. So, oopsie, I don't want to start a fire. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to grab, I think I'll just use one of our stars as a tosser, and I'm going to just toss this to the plate. And what the result will be, I will do a reading from that person's perspective that you wish would come back to you, or from your perspective. Okay, so I'm just going to toss this down, and it's them. So, Mabel, this reading is for what they are thinking right now. Okay, the reading is about them. If they could tell you something today, what would they tell you? Got it? Okay, so let me. Today, mostly we're reading the energies of past love disappointment, especially if somebody has asked you not to contact them. Or if you have asked someone, please do not contact me, but they keep trying. That's a difficult energy, isn't it? Because you want to tell them, please, just leave me alone. Okay, Miss Mabel, let's just see what card's going to fly out. If your person could tell you something, what would it be? What is the energy that they're sensing when you are aware of them? Okay, hold it. What's the message we have? Ooh, one almost flipped. Okay. Okay. 6 cards flipped. Okay, so this is a 6 card flip. So it does show that the universe definitely wants for you to consider very carefully what is happening right now. Consider very carefully. Considering is not the same as worrying about it, but the universe is clearly wanting you, Mabel, to start something brand new. Now, because of the fact that there's 6 cards fell, it's showing me that you have several things going on in your life outside of the love arena. You have family, you have your work, you have hobbies, you have life that has nothing to do with your love life. And so the cards are showing you that lifting your chin into the air, being self reliant, especially when it comes to how people look at you. A lot of times we get confused and we think that a soulmate or a partner can fulfill all of our needs. That when I have that partner, I'm going to feel complete. I'll have someone to talk to. Someone will ask, how was my day? We can snuggle at night. We can eat together. We can do everything together. There's a problem with that. Abraham Hicks, I love them so much. And they say, nobody wants to be somebody's everything. You just can't lean on someone completely. The human that gets that, this is what they look like. They're like, I'm not going to wait for life to somehow serve me the exact thing I'm wanting. I'm going to find out how to develop my relationship with my inner being, the queen of motivation in my being, the part of me that knows what's best for me. I want to get to know my whole self. You have Abraham Hicks talks about it as in the words non physical. There's a non physical part of yourself that's most of you. Joe Dispenza, love how he teaches about this. That once we're in contact and we're floating and flowing with our inner being, we're guided to be at the right place at the right time. If you are not, for example, in your situation, you're looking at the past and you're part of you, just part of you thinks that that person was the thing. But what you learned is that they are not interested in being your source. The energy you need from them, the person, is too much for them because our core energy is supposed to come from the divine. So, Mabel, it's such a hard answer because it's unexplainable when people tell you, please don't contact me. And the person in my life, it's a relative of mine, a blood relative, who has asked me to not contact them. And part of me goes, hell no, you're my such and such, and you can't cancel me. But I'm realizing that my needs, the need to feel heard, you guys are all listening to me. The need to be appreciated, you all appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the universe drew me to create a world where I can feel emotions that I can't get from certain other sources. So for you, Mabel, there's things that you know how to do. There's things that are fun for you. So do a personal inventory and write down things that you've done over years. What have been your favorite things to do? A really great way to catch a good vibe is to go to YouTube or Spotify, whatever you use, and find music. Hello. Hello, everybody. I got cut off for a minute. Sorry. Um, Oh, I was talking to Mabel. Sorry, Mabel, I got cut off. But the point is, though, wherever I was, that your ability to find the things that you really love to do and to do them, it makes you a more interesting human, and your luck changes. Suddenly you're in the right place at the right time. And it really does change everything for you. Okay. So I'm just going to pull these aside and we'll go on to our next person. Okay, and I'm just, let's see here. Thank you so much for your patience and your kindness here. All right, Mabel, Vanjana. Oh, Rashika, thank you. Thank you, Mahek. Okay, so you have asked the question, Mahek. Remember, we're talking about, um, oh, okay, all right, all right, all right. I'm just, spirit is just going ding, ding, ding. Okay, so thank you, Mahek. All right, excellent. So in this reading, Mahek, I hope I'm saying your name the right way. Thank you. What are the current feelings? All right. So I'm assuming that they are not in contact with you, that this person you're asking me about, Mahek, that I'm going to, for Anish, that Anish is not wanting to hear from you. Anish is not having the same energy that you have. All right, that's what I'm going to do. So let's all right. What does Mahek need to know about this unconnection? There's this energy of unconnection, right? Opposite energy of connection. What is it about that opposite situation? What is it in the heck? Ooh, that came out really fast. Good, thank you. Okay, and a single card. All right, so all right. So I feel that Anish misses you, that there's a longing to be more connected, but very, very careful. This person, Anish, is just the energy of the card is extreme caution. Okay. There's so much stirred up in Anish's core energy, and they feel like a combination of excitement and fear. They want to be braver. They want, a part of them really wants to be braver, is what the word comes to me, more confident, but they just don't know how. I feel like this person may be an artist, maybe a content creator or something where they're very creative. And so their ability to stay separate from things is fed by their creativity. So, what would that mean for you? I feel like she, in a way, if it's a she, forgive, the card is a she, but remember it's just energy. But this person has put something to side. See that? They've put something to side. And I feel like this is the position that they have put you in. It's not a position of dishonor. It's not something she's hiding from. She didn't put it in the shadow or in the closet, this figure, simply laid aside. And she's depending on this part of her thinking. She's leaning on this part of what she knows to be true. So, what I would say is that this person really has a lot of growing to do. They may be young, they may be dreamy, they may not be realistic about what a relationship would be. My feeling is if you could take your hands off, energetically just stand back and let the person be, because if they're drawn to you on their own, it will be a clear sign. All right. Because for right now, they have put you to the back of their priorities. When you withdraw your attention, it will work like magic to allow your person to make a really solid choice. I'm 71 years old. I have been involved with people when they weren't my person, and I kind of tried to force it to be. It never works out. Friendships or love, even family. The idea of allowing yourself to explore other things. So, for you, my friend, what I can recommend that I love to tell people, get involved as a volunteer somewhere. Somewhere in your community, Mahek, there's people that need help, whether it's at a food kitchen or, helping bag groceries at, a store, or just being available. You might be someone that knows how to set up a Facebook page, and there's a little business in your neighborhood that could use that. But as you volunteer, you will be so deeply appreciated. It will grow you in a different way. And just let your person have their moment. They're eager to explore. They just have their own issues around what is safe. All right. So if you go to the soulmate generator and you use that, follow the directions, it's right in the description box, and then I would just allow yourself to write the letters that you want to write to this person. Use the soulmate generator instead, and the affirmation might be, even though I don't know the future with this person, the truth is I want both of us to find our highest good, right? Even though I don't know the future with this person, today I choose to let them go to their highest good. And then you can say, I hope it's back to me. I don't blame you. But the universe has tons of other wands. I mean, there's so many fish in the sea. And a lot of times when you really want an ex to be your person, there's something there that you need to investigate. Is it why? Why do you want that? All right. So, excellent reading. Thank you. And more than one person, don't be surprised, even though you haven't asked a question, don't be surprised if the story hits you. Okay. So, I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot. We are today talking about no contact or relationships that ended um, before it was ready to be ended. So, and sending good people in my life. Okay, Divya, I want to call you Divya, and I am waiting from 15 minutes. Okay. I appreciate that y'all are waiting. I really do. And I hope that you enjoy the readings as they're going along. But I don't want to rush anybody. You only get one card, so we want to get the most out of it, right? Okay, so we have Divya. All right, so Divya, here's our question. Are there any no contact people in your past that need to have some sort of processing. So when you're told me that you want good people in your life, that kind of says, well, I've had a unlucky streak. I've had a lot of not so good people coming in, right? Have you guys, let's just draw that card for the whole collective that's listening to me. If you have had some bad people come into your life and bad things happened, and you wondered how did that happen, put a thumbs up into the comments below, because that's important, isn't it? When you've been betrayed, neglected, or taken advantage of. So my darling Divya, bless your heart, little did you know you were going to be a standard bearer tonight, or today. But we want to investigate what harmful people have come in, because you know what? It's a magnetized universe. There's something in you that attract, well, I hate to say that. Oh, let me say it this way. If you walk around with a bad mood all the time, if it's hard for you not to get out of a bad mood, you are going to be the one that has to walk 5 blocks for your parking spot. You'll be the one that hits every red light across town. You'll be the one that gets bit by the neighborhood dog. Oh, look at that hair on there. Icky. You'll be the one that got bit by the neighborhood dog when it growled at 10 other people. There's something about being in the wrong place at the wrong time that happens when you're in a foul mood. Okay, so that's part of what I want to do, is I want to lift people's spirits so that you can be in the right place at the right time. I know that sounds flaky, but it works. It has for me, and I just want to encourage you, look at the thing that disappointed you. Let's see what the card is. What is it that we need to know so we can attract better people in our life? Very good question. Let's do it. Okay, Divya, this is for you. What is it that we can learn? The people, they're so ooh, beautiful. Okay. Okay, we have 4 cards here. So anybody who's watching, if you hear this reading and you want me to pull all those cards for you and read them, I will. It's just $10. And you need to email me and let me know that you would like for me to do that. We'll set you up. All right, so Divya and the collective, the High Priestess. Now I want you to look very closely at the High Priestess's eyes, because if you look carefully, you'll see that the eyes look open. If you look carefully, you'll see that the eyes look closed. This kind of reminds me of when I was parenting I have 2 children. And when, you know how you can kind of know when people are misbehaving, you just kind of know it. Like with kids, all of a sudden it gets too quiet in the other room. And you're like, okay, what's going on out there? And you go peek, and sure enough, they're doing something they shouldn't do. And they say that you've got eyes in the back of your head. How do you know? Mom, how did you know? And it is kind of that sense where you can feel when something is off. All right. The problem is that by time we get to be adults, our normal cringe mechanism, that intuitive stay away from that we have when we're little, that just gets overrun by all the excuses that we have to just put up with things that isn't, they're not right, but there has to be an adjustment. For example, if you were raised in a home where the adults argued a lot, that the noise and the energy, the chaos of that would have made you want to run away and go live somewhere else. But when you're 2 or 3 years old, that's not an option. So even that early, we start to build this cushion. See that white cushion? It's like a filter that separates us from the worst part of our lives. Some people have found the term highly sensitive. They're a highly sensitive person. Something in your makeup, Divya, has caused you to shelter yourself in the energy world. Yoga, meditation, any running, dancing and singing, chanting, all of these things that incorporate your body and make it move, plus focusing on what ideas are really right for you. Because if you have a tendency to attract people that hurt you or that offend you, there's something in you that needs to be cleared. Like imagine, you know how if your drain gets stuck in your sink and you have to get in there and clean out the crud so that it flows? That's what's going on here. So what it's showing is that you do have a couple, I would, one, two, three, four, five, I would say that there are probably five people or five events that have been painful in your past that are working their way through and they want to be processed. In my mind, I see the airport at night where you can see the new airplanes coming in from their headlight in the dark. And it's so rhythmic. It's at just the right time that these planes just keep coming and coming until the airport gives the people a break on the ground and says, no more flights until morning. But using your tools, if you like to journal, yoga's good, tapping works fantastic. I'm going to be starting a tapping group where people can come in and tap with me because I'm 71 now and I've been tapping over 20 years, probably about 23, 24 years now, because I'm continually processing the disappointments from the past and learning how not to blame my ex-husband for what seemed like real cruelty, just to be able to say, okay, it happened, but so did a lot of pleasure. And I really want to be free of it. And that's what tapping has helped me with. So there you go, Divya, and all of y'all. As we release and let go of the past, we will find ourselves in the right place at the right time more often. And Michael Singer, you guys probably are familiar. He's brilliant. He can teach it way better than I can. He just teaches how to let go. And he's funny, a little snarky, but all over YouTube, Michael Singer, take a look. All right. If you want to have me read the other three cards here, Divya, just email me and I will make that possible. Or if anybody else is curious, oh, last time a card insisted on peeking itself. But anyway, I'm just going to make a note of these in case anybody wants this later. I can't explain why the deck is so playful today, giving us a lot of cards. That doesn't typically happen in my readings, so it's fun. Oh, nice cards. I know I'm mean, aren't I? It's like my kids used to say. I tell them I'm the meanest mom in town because you can't give in all the time. You have to say no sometimes. All right, so let's go forward. And again, I want to just apologize to anyone that I'm not getting to today. It is a busy day, and I want to just stay right in focus with what is coming next here. Yes, yes, yes. Kane, still here. Wonderful, Mario, great. Ghost Toast, I'm just going to get together with my twin flame. Not sure if I made the right decision. Okay, Ghost Toast, I would love to be able to do that for you. I just need something you're appreciating. That's the payment for this single card relationship. So something that you're appreciating, and then I will be happy to draw about that because it is interesting when you manifest them back in, right? What does that mean? What is it for? So absolutely. So cute girl, great. Isn't that interesting, cute girl? It's like a cycle. I mean, I love the fact that you can recognize that because then it's not really your ex's fault. And when you realize that and you start to just have that freedom, to just say, look, it happened. With my ex, what I learned to say was it was good until it wasn't, period. I don't want to bash anybody. That's just me. But they weren't a nice person at the end, but I don't have to lead with that. The fact is, they were fine until they weren't. It was okay until it wasn't. You can use that for anything that you leave, right? Okay, Leanne. Oh, thank you guys. Christina is my moderator through Leanne. Thank you. And so absolutely, you guys know the ones that have been here before. Welcome to Black, White, Ball, Vanessa, Martha, Rashika. Hi, Rashika. Kane. Yes. Well, thank you for saying that, Kane. Kane says that I remind him of Abraham Hicks. I do feel, Kane, in the weirdest way. It's funny you should say that, but years ago, it must have been right around the year 2000. I had been married for, well, I think, let's see, how many years? 29 years. Oh my gosh. And it'd been a slow, slow, agonizing death of that marriage. But the point is, though, I started to explore spirituality and I came upon Abraham Hicks, and I'm telling you, it felt like I knew it from before. It was the strangest feeling because I had been raised Catholic and then I spent 20 some years with Bible study and being a born again Christian. And yet, when I went to Abraham's material, it was this coming home feeling. So, thank you for mentioning that. They have the best videos. They're only like 10, 12, 15 minutes long. And I like to play what I call Abraham bingo. That's when I write into the YouTube search window Abraham Hicks, and then I put the name of my problem. So Abraham Hicks worried about my son, or Abraham Hicks, why am I in no contact? Honestly, and they always make me laugh. I always play the first one that comes up. So I'm also always sharing. Hi, Tanzanite, welcome. Um, I always share my resources in the community. And my community, you guys are not following me over there yet as much because I do want to collect the thumbs ups over there and especially comments because I will bring readings to you that you want. Just ask me because today is great fun and I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, Tanzanite, welcome. Thank you. I love that. Tanzanite has been with me a while, and so she jumps in and says, I appreciate absolute everything and everyone. Everything good and not so good has made me who I am today and where I'm at. And Abraham would teach us. Abraham says, you are where you are, and that's okay. Okay? Now just say that. Say, I am where I am, and that's okay. Doesn't that feel good to say it, right? I am where I am, and that's okay. But guess what? There's a bad news part. You guys want to know the bad news? Grab your favorite person in your mind that's the bad guy of your life right now. Who's the bad guy of your life right now? The person that could be talking to you, but they're not. Put that person in your mind and then listen to this. I am where I am, and that's okay. So that means they are where they are, and that's okay too. That one's not so easy, is it? Because you want to say, no, where they are is not okay. They need to be over here with me. And that's where we start to suffer a little bit, okay? Because Abraham would say, your perfect person is in the vortex. Where are you? If your best match, the best person for you is in the vortex and you're not there, how are you going to meet? I think that's what I should do. I should have the vortex tapping club, getting back into the vortex with tapping. How would that be, you guys? Okay, so where am I here? Hi, Phase. Black, can you pick for me? Did you put a thank you in there? All you need to do is put something that you appreciate. And so, thank you, Mahek. I hope I see you again on a future reading. And Tanzanite, let me just pull a card for you, okay? Because I see your thank you. I appreciate it so much. I'm just looking back, looking for, if you already put an appreciation and I didn't see it, go ahead and just tell me again. And so what we do is just use this phrase, I appreciate something, all right? I appreciate something, anything. And then for you, my friend, we'll go back up here to Tanzanite. So Tanzanite, what you do right now is just hold in your mind someone. I love your spirit, first of all, Tanzanite. And every time you visit my channel, I feel your support. You were one of the first ones, I think, when I very first started with the lives. Up you came, and it was so fun to have you in the energy already. But there is a lesson that is about something called toxic positivity. Okay, and what that is it's based in fear, that there's something fearful about, a negative memory, that it somehow could create the magnetism for something bad to happen. And in a way, in today's readings, wasn't that true? That if you don't clear your heart completely, you will have another misfortune in love. It's just the way it works. There's a man named Harville Hendrix. He wrote a book called Finding the Love You Want, and it's excellent. It will explain to you, and it'll give you like a recipe for how to stop attracting the opposite of what you want. And so I don't need to rewrite his book. However, Tanzanite, for you, as with your appreciation as deep as it is, allow yourself to think of the previous breakups that you've had, breakups of friendships or with loved ones or with boyfriends or whatever it is. And let yourself just, this is between you and your source. You're not adding it to the stream, it's not coming away from you. But see, as you think back to someone that broke up with you, and then you allow yourself to think about the worst day of it, just for a moment, where you either found out something, you heard something, there was something in a breakup that was very intense. So just allow yourself to remember it, and then think about how strong is your inner reaction on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being nothing, absolutely nothing, it's done. Or 10 is ding, ding, ding. Wow, I didn't realize that was still there. And then find your number, because generally speaking, the people who find my work have one thing in common, and that is a very high pain tolerance. And I can ask, do you have a high pain tolerance? Where you might say, well, yeah, it bothered me like a 2, scale of 1 to 10. I do remember, and it's about a 2. Would it be true to say that for someone with a lower tolerance for pain would feel it at maybe a 6? Because when you're used to being disappointed and you're used to going on no matter what, you can become a little numb to what truly bothers you. Okay. I will be talking more about this theme as we go forward in our readings together. By the way, please do email me if you have any personal questions you want to ask, or also I do free readings for people in the group readings, and I'm happy to include your question in a future reading. So we have for you Tanzanite. We have 2 cards, and it is only a 1 card reading. So, as I have said, if you want to have me read the other card that is here for you, I can do that. It's just $10. All you have to do is email me. But for today, it's just a single card reading, and we have the Hierophant. So, this card to me, this is exactly the spirit that I heard your appreciation, Tanzanite, when you were able to tell everyone about your what's a word? Well, I don't, acknowledgement, acceptance. So you were in your, when you told us what you appreciated, there were 3 A's in there: appreciation, acknowledgement, and acceptance. Because you talked about the fact that you, even though people have hurt you, you've seen personal growth through it. And that is wonderful. I feel like for you, Tanzanite, that's your ultimate goal, right? It's the ultimate goal. And when you choose the path of ascension, where you're just learning how not to blame other people, you're wanting to know it deeper than that. It can't be the people's fault all the time. Why do the patterns keep repeating? And so at this point, the cards are telling you that you are in exactly the right position, that you're learning how to rest and restore yourself. You're also willing to climb the steps, right? You have open willingness now to climb the steps. So on the bottom, we've got all this dark, right? Coming out of the shadows. But it's so important that you're in a process. Even though I may want the process to go faster, The truth is, my divine self knows the best pace. And the cool thing is that this is lit up all the way. But I would look at it more like a people mover at the airport, like an escalator. I would look at it as an escalator rather than a racetrack. So you just want to, okay, I'm going to run right up to the top. No, 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 no. What you're wanting to do is just to get on the bottom step. And then as you allow your spiritual person, the part of you that is spirit, because that's my belief system. I believe that we are, make sure I can see that properly. Oh, good. That 95% of me is non-physical. And that part of me is what has the best chance of keeping my boat on the right side up. That if I depend on the puny little Catherine part of myself, well, good grief, that wouldn't work out very good. She's scared of the dark, for Pete's sake. But when we're together, when I really understand my divine self, I can flow in the gifts that I'm here to do. And like I said, I'm a motivational speaker, is what I do. I motivate people. I'm very cleverly disguised as a tarot reader because that draws people in who could really use this information. Now there is another card under it, and like I'm kind of delighted this is happening because it looks like a natural for an extension, which is just $10. So email me if you would like that. Also, if anybody else sees this reading and you want it for yourself, shoot me an email. There it is right there. $10, you'll have your reading by the end of today. Okay. But let me see what time it is. I'm late. I was only going to go an hour. Well, let's see if there's anything else here that I can take care of. White ball. I'm grateful and thankful for who I am. Faisa, beautiful. All right. And Ranjit, we just need to put what you're grateful for, what you appreciate. Ah, you are welcome, you guys. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yes, see, that's just awesome. Okay, so it looks like my final, Raji, if you come up with a thank you, I will pull one more card for you. I don't want to leave because, and then I will end because I will be back on a different day. All right, so Faisa, I appreciate that you appreciate yourself. So right now, let's draw cards for Aisha. Okay, hang on for a second. I just want to make a note. And very interesting. Okay. All right. If y'all, I do have information about how to get private readings that is in the description box. And also I have tapping sessions now. Private tapping is $30 for 30 minutes. That's a special that's going on. So all you need to do is don't text me, email me, and I'll get that for you. So Faisa, you're going to be the final reading of the day. So Faisa, what we're going to do is I want you to think in your mind of past relationships, either friendships or romantic, and allow yourself to think of one that had a painful ending. Because there is something that the universe wants to speak to you, my friend, about that painful ending. Okay? All right. And we actually have 4 cards here, but as you know, it's just a single card reading. What a gorgeous message, and really a perfect message for us to close with today. Because as all of us are able to forgive ourselves for the things we did when we were younger that we just didn't know any better. So, Faisa, this is a beautiful card, isn't it? Look at how she is, this part of her that she's releasing. This is a yoga pose, too, isn't it? I can't remember the name of this pose, but I feel like for you, especially Faisa, that this is a call to do your yoga, that this ability to not judge yourself too deeply, that you would allow for the fact, how could you have known these things? You couldn't have known what you don't know. And so many of us make errors. We make mistakes when we very first start relating to humans, and it's difficult. Abraham Hicks talks about we're just humaning. Yeah, we're just humaning through life. And by the time you get to be an adult, you're holding on to too much of the past in terms of mistakes that you made. We all make mistakes. I married when I was very young, and I look back and think, was that the best thing for me? I mean, I don't know. The relationship did not sustain itself, but we have two children, and now I have grandchildren. So it was not a mistake. It wasn't. It was not the smartest choice I made because, well, there's a lot of story there. But learning how to release my mistakes and how immature I was so young and I didn't know how to communicate what needed to be said. That's true. I know that's true. I simply was quiet. I didn't say anything. And I just hoped my husband would kind of get it. I'm not sure. But I did need to release myself. Then look at the part of yourself that you released. Look at how beautiful that is. Just freedom. So not only is it a way for, whoopsie, no peeking at the cards. Not only is it a way for you to begin to feel better and feel physically relaxed, which makes you more appealing to all humans. Nobody likes to hang out with a nervous person. But it also releases the part of you that you've been hanging on to and let that part of you flow out and back into creativity. All right. So, just a beautiful message for you, my dear Faisa. I lift you up. I feel that I'm glad you were here. I'm glad this was our final reading. And again, if you would like to have me read the rest of these cards, it's just $10. Whoopsie, email me. And you don't have to be Faisa to receive this reading. If it resonated with you, I would like to help you out. So, I'm going to just pick up the cards carefully and put them aside and make a note. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me today. Oopsie, oh, that was loud. For the no contact readings. I am looking forward to doing another. I thought it was very fruitful. And if you liked it, email me and let me know. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Go forth and prosper. Have yourself a beautiful rest of your day. I love you.